the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Detroit Lions. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Locke. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Second and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Handoff to Mixon. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
This defense for the Steelers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Block off of play action. Walker with a grab, left side. And he is going to have a Lions first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Mixon with a first down carry. They juked him. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, Mixon. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Shotgun snap to Lock. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith.
And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. play action. Lock.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Joe Mixon.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after here coming up. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Steelers nothing.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Mayfield to throw it.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
At the 29-yard line.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. From the gun, Mayfield. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
Stiff-armed him. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second and 4.
Now Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Lions are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second win.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
On first down, Locke. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
They look to throw. It's Locke. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On 2nd and inches, Mayfield rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Will Fuller. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, This ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, a give to Mixon. A little juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Joe Mixon. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Locke working out of the gun. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
First down, Lions.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mixon will try the right side. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Locke to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Devontae Smith.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Sly on for the extra point.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Lions 21, Steelers 7.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield now. That ball complete to Isabella. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch one. Watch one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That'll be caught. It's Isabella. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Locke. He's going to look deep for more. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Four yards remain for second down. To throw, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's swung out to Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Shrugs him off. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Divine Diablo there to make the stop. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
He's got Fuller. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Mayfield. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want alert.
Throwing, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Divine Diablo. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 95 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Once again, they run with Mixon. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. I'm coming.
Mayfield to throw it. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Second and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the gun, Mayfield. He gets it complete to Harris. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. It's brought in by Harris. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Lions will take over here at their own 14-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He's going to look deep for more. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. Shifts by him. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They run the counter. Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Detroit, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.